Hi there, welcome, it's Anna here. It's Wednesday, and that means that it is time to use it or lose it. Today I'm going to use up some paper bags. I have two different kinds in my stash. It's these that are with smaller, normal brown paper bags, and then I have these which have dots on them. I don't know if it turns up on camera or not, but they have some whitish dots. And I thought I would make a few pocket hingy decorated thingies with a few of them. So what I want to do is that I'm gonna pick out some paper and hinge to these, so we have extra journaling space and decoration. So I have this is from my Italian index card boxes, so this could be an option for these because I don't want it to cover the entire page, so that could be an option. And then I have some Tim Holtz pieces from the layers mostly, and I thought, because you can write on the back of these, so I was thinking that maybe I can maybe I can use some of them as well. And then I have some ordinary paper cut-offs, and I have scrapbook paper cut-offs, and so I'm gonna pair these up to start. And I'm not sure I will make all 6 of them, but some of them I think we can make them there. Or maybe I should use the music one. And I want to use some paper that I will cover up. Yeah, should I do 6 of them? No, let's take one out. Let's make 4, because this will take a bit of time. So I'm gonna get this out of the way and put them somewhere else. So my thought is to hinge this and start with that. Oh, I also have these. Maybe I can use this. That's pretty. These are, of course, I have probably made some journals or end papers or something using these. Could a piece of that. Let's use that. That's pretty. I'm going to use my guillotine cutter to cut off a piece here. Use a hinge. There we go. Let's get rid of these. So we're using different things here. We're using papers. We're using Tim Holtz stuff. We're using scrapbooking paper. Maybe that's so small. And now I'm gonna hinge them. And I have picked out, I normally use ordinary tea-dyed or just plain linen, but today I'm gonna use this red and white striped fabric that I have used sewing in signatures in a Christmas journal recently. So I'm gonna cut that into pieces. See how big a piece we need. These can be about the same size, I think. I'm gonna cut them to half. this one needs to be about here. So, as I said, it's Wednesday. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good-ish. My day off today, and as per usual, it's a bit of a headache and things like that, because yesterday was yoga and then I relax, and then it comes along after that. So we are going to glue these. I need to cut this as well. That's a small one, really small one. Maybe I should use a big one for this. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's just cut it in half. So I have been with my youngest daughter Clara today to the dentist. They have been working on her braces. So let's use some 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac for this. I don't want the fold here to be on this side because we're going to cover this and decorate it. And I want to use some I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Try to, because there's not much left in this bottle. Could also use the Aleene's Tacky Glue. That's a good one, actually, for the fabric. Maybe I will change that for my next little hinge. So I'm going to have to think right how I'm going to use it. There we go. Should cut this though to the right size, which is about there, I think. And these will be a bit Christmas themed, if I didn't say that, because I am going to start my Christmas journal soon, and I'm gonna need some decorations and fun things to use in them. Look at that, a bit that way as well. There we go. So I'm gonna put Fabri-Tac on the fabric. I hope I'm in frame. Trying to move a bit. So and then you just glue it down and fold it over. And there you have your hinged flippy thingy. And now it's ready to decorate. I think I will do all of them before I do that. So here we have journaling space, and then this will be decorated, and this will be decorated, and here you have journaling space, or maybe you glue it down. So that's how this works, and you don't have to put that fold on this side, you can put it on this side as well. And I think I am going to put it on this side. So let's use the Aleene's Tacky Glue. You could also, if you don't want to use fabric, you can use Tim Holtz fabric tape if you have it, because that's really good and really strong, a lot stronger than the washi tape. So yeah, Now I was a bit lazy, as you saw, and I decided to do glue it both to the flip and to the bag at the same time. That's not very smart, so I wouldn't recommend that, because I'm afraid that they will be... Nope, that worked, but I think it's better to do the other way. And it needs a bit more glue down here, or it needs a lot more glue here, it seems. Doesn't want to come out today. I can feel that there is lots of it in the bottle. There we go. These are fun pockets and flips and decorations. And I believe that I have been doing these for a while, but I believe the idea came from Rachel at Roxy's Creation. She does these. Sometimes she also has, instead of this, she uses an envelope, and she glues the envelope to the bag. She has a double pocket instantly. You can wrap them around pages and all kind of stuff. So that's another way you can do it. I want it on this side, and I have the fabric tape, the Scotch one, the plaid one, so I can use it for this one. Let's do the glue here, and I am going to start with the flip again, and then I can go on to the bag. So I won't do them at the same time this time. I learned from my mistakes. And this time the problem is the card itself, because this is a bit shiny, glossy. The Tim Holtz layers are glossy. They're not matte, so that makes it a bit more harder to dry. Then I'm gonna do like that. Yeah. The good thing about the fabric, instead of the fabric tape, is that the fabric is more, it's not as thick as the tape, but it's a matter of taste, really, what you want to do. There we go. Should I do the tape for this one? Joy to the world, it says. There's my scissors. Let's get these out of the way. See if I can get it off. There we go. This is super sticky, so if you have this, you know that. And I've had these for years, and they're still super sticky and really usable. So that's another layout, another look, I mean. There we go. So let's decorate. We have 4 of them, and you can do as many as you like, of course. And I think, let's see, this one already has a blank backside, so I just need some decoration. And this one I need to back with something, so make it journalable. This one is already blank, and this one is blank. Okay, so I need to back this first. And I think I'm going to use the paper. This is some flyleaf from a book. So I'm just going to glue that down. Glue paper, glue stick, plenty of glue. There we go. Perfect. And line it up. I'm going to use my little tool. Handy dandy. I love using this. And now I can journal here as well. I'm going to cut this off, of course. I'll be using a pair of scissors, I think. Maybe I can tear it. No. There we go. Perfect. Ready to be decorated. And I need to cover this with us, of course. What do I have? I have some more papers and these are tea-dyed papers from last year, I believe. Found in my stash. I could use some of that. I would like it to be something you just can a bit more pretty. And I have these. These are origami papers from Systrarna Grene, which is a Danish company, I believe. And these are double-sided. So I want something that catches the eye. And doesn't need to be covered with something. I'm just quickly flicking through. Oh, I love that. Yes. And that won't bulk it up either because it's so thin. Origami paper is thin. So once again, glue stick out and just lots of glue. There we go. And try to get it in there against the fabric. And let's use a little scraper to make sure it sticks. And using the same pair of scissors to cut it off. Could actually use these for decoration as well, but the offcuts, so I'm going to save them aside. Yeah, so let's go on to decorating the paper bags. And I think I'm going to use some kind of formula to do that. I'm going to start with book page. This could be the right size-ish. The French book. Let me just get somewhere where it's easy to tear out. Let's see if that size fits. That could work. I also have, just finding out, this German book. That could be nice with a Gothic font. Let's see if that's better on the big ones. Yes, it is. That's better. That actually fits really well. So we're going to do this book for the dotted bags, and this book for the brown ones. This basic bags. That almost covers it up. Might have to tear it. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna use it anyway. So using up book pages as well. I love that because I have lots of it. Let's cut these a little bit. Then we can glue them down. These are in French. And these are in German. Here we go. I love the ragged edge, so I'm going to keep that. Now we have a base for decoration. Now I want to make sure it's pretty too. And I think I'm going to start with my printed out cabinet cards. Maybe I can use some of them. Here we have I believe this one comes from Nick the Booksmith. Maybe she can be here somehow. That's too cool. Color. Do I have any more ladies in here? It's just men. Mostly men and nothing Christmassy. Maybe I can use. I also have these. Let's see. Cards that's cut out of, you know, scrapbooking papers, 12 by 12. For the ocean ones I don't need. Something Christmassy, please. Not very Christmassy at all. Okay, nope, can't use those. I also have Tim Holtz stuff, of course. We all do have the Tim Holtz stuff. And these are not layers, it's just snippets, I believe they're called. Could use these. I find one in the right size, and that's not landscape. Yes. Landscape, of course, landscape. Landscape. No. I have the layers as well, but they're, as I said, they're glossy, so maybe that's not as fun to use. They seem to be much landscape as well. Here's one. Christmas greetings. Could also use genuine photos. I think I have some, excuse the noise here, some wintry ones. These came from Nancy, Bushes and Weeds, and I believe some of these are wintry. Maybe. I know I have some upstairs, so if there's no wintry here, I can go, oh, there's a wintry one. I can go up and get one, 2 or 3. Oh. So cute. Could cut that down a bit. Lose the black frame. And I'm gonna use some more patterny paper as well. Sorry about the noise again. I'm gonna try and do it on the side here. So I was after these. I don't know, maybe not. So let's start with the ones I have. What my idea is that I will do some layering back here. So I could use, now I want to use a pattern that matches this one. Where did it go? So it can be a green one or a bit more basic one. I'm not very fond of this, but I like that, so I'm gonna get one of those. And what I'm gonna do is, the idea is to use this and maybe use tear off a bit of it because I want a bit more ragged edges. And let's see how it ends up. And then I'm gonna use some of this. So I'm gonna tear it like so. Maybe that's just too little. And then I can use that one as a focal point, and I can add a label or something. I think that would be nice. Yes, perfect. And what I want to use on this one, I don't want to use the same one. That could be, could use a stripe. They are the same colors. Or these paper pads last forever. It's, I have one or two that's not Christmas, and I use them, have used them a lot. Use the dots here, yeah. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I have no idea what I'm gonna use for a focal point on this one though. Maybe I can use the, yeah. Do this and tear off some here. Like so. And maybe I can use this one. There we go. That covered up pretty much all the text, which was not my plan. I want to take off some of the top here as well. There we go, that's better. I have two prepared, and let's go for the next one. Which one do I want him on? Do you have an idea? I thought I could use these. Yeah. I'm going to pause you and find two focal points. That's really good. Give me a second. There we go. So I have found some things. I had lots and lots of winter photos, but most of them are landscape, really small, but they will be used in all my other winter journals. So let's start gluing things down here, shall we? And I won't be inking today because in my Christmas journals I actually don't often ink. And I also use white papers. I don't do that any other place, almost, but in my winter journals, because winter and white and snow, you know, I think it's suitable to have. I don't mind the white in a winter journal or a Christmas journal. So otherwise I'm usually quite fond of inking, as you may know. So I'm just gluing these down, and then I'm going to get to the focal point, and then I'm gonna have some extra things. So I'm gonna do that a bit, not very centered, a bit down there, like so. Should I do it? Yes, I will do it centered. Never mind, don't listen to me. And since this is a glossy, I want to use my Art Glitter Glue, if it wants to cooperate, because I know that it has a nice grip, and it is it's holding on really nice. There we go. But I'm still using the tool to push it down, and I can see that the glue kind of oozes out. So I'm gonna find some paper towel just to dab that off. And here I'm gonna support with some Art Glitter Glue because that's lifting. I think that looks really nice. We still have a pocket here, and you can journal on the back if you like. And here we have decorated. There will be more. There will be labels and things added to this. Maybe something to the front as well. Let's continue with this one. So I think this is a really fun project, and I was a bit hesitant to add it to my Use It or Lose It because I don't get very many views on these. Maybe I should have added this as a tutorial instead. I was thinking about that. Craft with me, making decorated bags with a flip or something, but in the end I decided to go with my normal Use It or Lose It. In next year I'm not sure I'm gonna do these, at least not every week. Maybe I will do once in a while, and then I might do more, like I said, tutorials or things instead. So I have a few things I've been thinking about. It's just October, but I have been thinking about that, what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna film next year and not. And I have been thinking about my journals. I think I mentioned this, I want to number them, so you can get number 1 2025 or number 2 2025 or 2026, I mean, of course. Yeah, let's continue. I think I'm gonna have to turn this round. Go. The dotted bags are a bit bigger, as you can see. So I have done one prototype of this and that ended up being for my masculine journal, which is probably coming soon, or maybe in the new year. And yeah, so I have a little prototype. That I might show you as well. Do you see what I did? Oh, I get so tired of myself. This is, as I said, this is origami paper, which means that it's more fragile than others. And I also have another idea I want to do in my Use It to Lose It, maybe next week, like snippet rolls with paper and Christmas papers, so it's Christmas style. And then maybe I can use this, by the way. It's the same paper, so maybe not. And then I cut him down a bit. Now I want patterned paper. Yeah. And I want to make those snippet rolls to use in my journals as well. What can we have behind him? Maybe this one with the dots. That's that one, but inverted. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if I can tear a bit nicer this time. And then maybe not break it the first thing I do. I think it's important to show when you make mistakes as well, because yeah, we are not perfect. We make accidents, happy accidents, right? There we go. That's nice. Yes. Question is, what kind of glue do you want? Little one? Do you want glue stick and maybe some art glitter glue on the edges? It's hard with these vintage photos because you don't really know what kind of acids are in them, you know, what kind of glue they can tolerate without discoloring or things like that. So I'm just going to try and see how it goes. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I can see here that I need to once again get in with my art glitter glue because this one is starting to lift. It was obviously not enough when you had the gilding with just the glue. So let's do the last one, and then we will make a bit of decorating. This is decorating, I know. We can do a bit of add some labels and stuff, and then we will be done for today. And I am a bit bummed because I was planning to make another video today, but it's really overcast today and not much light at all. So that won't be possible unless I turn on my overhead lights, which could be not so good. Oops. Let's tear that off. I want to keep the raggedy edge, but maybe not too much. Which side do I want this on? This side. And these scraps will be used, you know it. Perfect. I'm gonna use them in my collages and stuff. So I'm hoping to be able to start my Christmas journals this weekend. And I was thinking, I was thinking that maybe I could do a live. I have never done a live. Can you let me know down below if you would like me to do a live where I choose which book to start, show you which books I was planning on making into Christmas journals, and maybe even start it. Let me know down below what you think. And if you want me to do a live and want to join me, please also write which time you want me to have it, or which time would be suitable for you, say on Saturday, because I am in Greenwich Mean Time +1, but you can write whatever time zone you like, just add the time zone as well. Otherwise it could be quite hard if you say 5 p.m. and you mean some other time than mine. There we go. Let's add some stuff. Labels and numbers and things like that. Here I see on my side something in red. These are the Tim Holtz snippets number thingies. Maybe I could add that there for fun. Maybe I can add, just putting that lid on the glue there, something else in red. Account, or maybe that could go there instead. Yeah. And I know that Tim Holtz has these labels as well, but I don't want to tear up that big bag. A seal of approval. How about that? And something else. One more. And I also think I want them inside, by the way. Yeah. I'm gonna do it anyway, as you can see. I have to. See what I can find. Oh, I have the stamps as well, right? Let's see what I have. Some small thingies. Special delivery maybe. Oh, where's the photos? There's the photo. How about a special delivery on him? Yeah. And then we can do a few stamps down there. Or Christmas Day. And you can also add, we're gonna add tabs. How much time do we have? Not much. Let's be quick about this. Let's just start gluing. Maybe I will finish them off camera and show you. Let's put it there. And this one. Down here, I love this. This is so nice. The vintage photos. And you have your pocket there. So cute. Yeah, and I can see that I'm losing my light as well. I don't want this video to be too long. We already had, we are 45 minutes almost, but I'm gonna do my best. That's better. I'm gonna do my best to be quick. So I'm mixing printable labels with real Tim Holtz labels, and here you get kind of an idea. Imagine this sitting on a page or be clipped around something. or be clipped to a page or something. I think it's a fabulous idea. Nope. Nope. Let's do this one. Love this. So I'm gonna pause you again and see if I can find some fun tabs. Maybe lace, maybe something white. I don't know. Be right back. Okay, I am back in the dark. Let's just go through and show you what I have done today. I have done this flip pocket thingy, and you can still use it as pocket. I love that one. I did this one, and I added this little French laundry label up there. Love it. That's a genuine photo underneath. We have this one, also another French laundry label. I added Approval SC, Santa Claus, like that. And we have this one with a Tim Holtz tape, another laundry label, and that photo inside of the man on the skis. There we are. Let me know down below what you think of this. I hope you liked it. If you did, you know the drill. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, say hi down below, all the good things. And yeah, I will be making more of these, I think. Maybe not Christmas ones, but oh, I promised to show you my template. Where did I put that one then? It's probably hidden underneath everything. There it is. So here's the one I made before, and this is has some scrapbook paper on the front and a little snippet, and then we have book page and scrapbooking paper and label. So that's my use it or lose it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a great evening, everybody. Bye.